波動の96一等加速。
Alright, what's going on, guys? WeBull's back again, coming into the showcase on a Max Transcended T20 Spirit Society Ichigo. Fortunately, Caleb actually finally fixed this character, and I do personally love his design. I wish it was a bit more... I wish his second strong attack was a bit more quicker, but we'll get into that in a second. So he is a Soul Reaper with a Hollow Killer, Incandescent Ring for his special, which he does have Weaken and Burn on all of his attacks. We have the level 3 Focus, which is still really good. I feel a lot of people focus too much on the SP30. But Focus level 3 is actually pretty damn good, because if you get boosted, the boost actually impacts directly into your focus, which is pretty awesome, as well as your attack and your defense, right? So he is a strong attack recharge link, and then on top of that we do have a spiritual pressure 30 across the board. And for his soul traits, we do have the hybrid link, and then damage inflicted at full stamp 20%, strong attack recharge minus 10%, because my friend fucked up and he decided not to get the upgrade materials for the Chad. Yay, clap. Also, we're not getting bonus from this link slot in particular because he's not level 150. We have full standard damage boost and long stride on this character, and going into his skills, he does have team party stamina recovery 20%, which is really good to keep his full stamina damage boost up. We have 25% from the T20, as well as the 20% from the Chad, which will eventually go to 25% eventually when my friend decides to actually work on his Chad. But hey, I mean, you can't win them all. I'm sorry, it's still funny to me. Dodge hollow damage 50%, so he does have a 50% chance to dodge all hollows regardless of their attributes. So he does dodge 50% of Aizen's attacks, for example, like 6th anniversary Aizen's attacks. Just keep in mind that he'll still die just because it's Aizen. Freeze immunity, as well as a bruiser of 20%, berserker of... He does not have a Berserker because he does have Frenzy +2, I just remembered that. Havoc 20%, and then reduced strong attack cooldown for his Link. Devastation 40% from Soul Bomb, which is going to be good since he does have Weakening as well. Increased status element chance against power attribute hollows, which we do actually have that against the characters in IT, so we'll make use of this. Increased speed attribute Soul Reaper damage to status element affected enemies plus 20%. Honestly, I feel like this is kind of wasted unless you're using your Soul Bomb or you actually have... this increased status element chance against power attribute hollows on lock. Without this being active, though, it really doesn't... I feel like it really does hurt this character to have this instead of strong attack damage plus 20%. Excuse me, the increased team party strong attack damage, just because then he'd actually have that online at all times. Sprinter +1, long stride, and sharpshooter. So he does have guard break, and then on top of that he has nullify range resistance, which I personally like, but I've been low-key not valuing as much lately. He did data mine that we are most likely going to be getting a skill that says guard break and hit hidden enemies, which I'm not gonna lie, something like that actually might be like very relevant, just because the only places that you really need nullify range or melee resistance is either Senkaimon stages that are very specific, or stages like Extreme Co-op and Guild Quest, of course. But like Guild Quest, usually you want to follow the rules to the T, right? So we don't have IT here, which is unfortunate. So let's just take him into IZ, see what kind of damage we can deal, and yeah, I can actually show you why I don't necessarily like this character's second strong attack. Everything else about this character, for the most part, I do actually like. I think that he's a good character. It's just that his second strong attack... Now, his second strong attack, you'll see here. See how long this takes to come out versus Noel's. I don't know if you caught that, but you'll see the stagnation of the damage of the strong attack. So 18% mag for strong attack, not necessarily the best, but with increased status element chance, pretty good. You saw how long that took to come out versus something like Noel's. Alright. You see how quickly that came out versus this? See how long it took to actually reach him? My issue with that second strong attack is that it just takes way too long to come out, and that is a big issue when you're trying to clear. Now, his third strong attack is just fine. His second strong attack, for the most part, is just fine. It just does take, like I said, a while to come out. For strong attack, 18% mag. And not really too worried about losing health here, just because we do have the team party recovery plus 20%, as you see there. it comes out so long that I literally just preemptively attack the other way. I do like long stride on him though. I was really hoping that it would have dragged him too. I do like his Nat string. It's like the Magatamas. We do deal good damage with the second strong attack. It's just a skill issue, you know what I'm saying? It's just a skill issue. Caleb just doesn't know how to build characters perfectly. Like, oh, dude, it's so cool. I love that he's a perfect foil to the White Ichigo. The White Ichigo actually does have that face, but it's in a different setting, right? Oh, it's so good. One thing to note too, if you didn't notice, at the end of his special move, he actually is in that new Transcendent state of the incandescent lion. And I really, really wish that he actually had a transformation mechanic, because I think that he could look so cool. We'll do it here just so you can get a quick glimpse of it. See how the hair gets longer? Now I'll slow it down. And you'll see immediately just goes back to normal because it's not a transformation character. Which is really unfortunate because it is a cool character in my opinion. Okay. Alright, let's check out the special move damage. Remember, we have weakening. Oh, I love that special. 90,000 to 150. So let's just take the 90,000, right? Ah, it was like 94,000. Hold on. 94,000 times 1.5 for the damage to weaken enemies. Actually, let's do times killer first. So we're gonna get 150k for just the killer alone, straight up, which is very, very similar to what we hit Okiora for on the second hit, because weakening is 50% damage multiplier. So 150k 400 is going to be our baseline type damage for our special when we have killer in IZ or even IT. Multiply this by 1.5 for the damage to weaken enemies. We also burn the enemies, but I don't really want to add that just yet. But we do want to add the 20% damage to increase status element chance against the speed attribute Soul Reaper damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 20%, right? So we're gonna get the 20% there, multiply this by 3, and then we add the initial 150, 400, and then we're dealing 962,560 damage as just your straight up baseline damage without a tension tie, without a character boosting you. And honestly, he does hit incredibly hard. It's just that for me personally, if his second strong attack came out as fast as, say, Spirits Are Forever With You Retsu's, or even as fast as Noel's, I would personally just be completely satisfied with this character. But since he doesn't really have that, it's kind of unfortunate when you kill the enemies with your I don't really have a perfect example of this like recorded, but sometimes you will kill the enemies with the initial part of the second strong attack, and that delay of the second strong attack is just enough time for the second wave to spawn and immediately lunge at you in content like IT, which that ends up leading to massive issues of you just straight up missing your second strong attack, even if you know when the enemies and where the enemies are going to spawn, just because the second strong attack takes too long for the second part to come out. And that, for me personally, just kind of, I don't want to say kills the character, but it really forces you to play in such a different way, and you have to play a lot more cautious despite playing a character that, in my opinion, looked to be on paper pretty busted. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it there as grind. I'll catch up with him. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, shout out to my boy Kami Napa as always for letting me do these showcases on his account. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.